Hello and welcome again to Tommy's football, hurling and football predictions. I'm going to do a prediction on the All-Ireland hurling final tomorrow and the All-Ireland football final next week. I just want to say that on me last week's results, I actually got the whole lot of them wrong. So it just shows you how hard it is to get results right. Now, other people would have got them all right, but I got them all wrong anyway. Now, Dublin were a bit unlucky that I didn't go to extra time. I thought, you know what I mean? Now, Kerry probably did deserve to win it because they did play. They were ahead all the time, bar at the start. Dublin were ahead at the very start of the game. But, it was a very good match. Dublin came back into it very well and they were only beaten by a point. So I think they will be back. But Kerry are in the final now anyway, and Galway won the other match. Very dicey match. Then there was row over Hawkeye. Hawkeye made a mistake, and now they've tested it during the week, and it's supposed to be brought back for this week. But I have a bit of a solution for you wouldn't need Hawkeye at all, and you could implement this in all the grounds. And what I think they should do is extend it up the post a half the height they are again, or maybe the full height they are again. Put a bar at the top of it and put your bars from that right down to the ground. Put a net on it, put a floor in it, and the ball has to go in there then for a score. And it's foolproof. The ball goes in there, put a floor in it, have it sloping, and the ball just rolls over and into a net, same as it does in snooker with the hurling. And the football, well, the ball's a bit bigger, we know that. That's only a minor thing. So it'll get around all this thing, and you could also implement it in all the grounds. Wouldn't cost big money. Now I'm just putting it out there for to see does anyone agree with me or does everyone disagree with me. Just see anyway. Now I'm going on now to predict the All Ireland hurling final tomorrow, and this is very, very. Now I know I always say this, a very hard match to predict. Kilkenny and Limerick. Right, Kilkenny like this year they didn't see him that good and the lost matches and they were all given out about them. And yet, after it all, they're in the All Ireland final again. Do you know what I mean? They're some team. Brian Cody is some manager, 22 All Irelands altogether. I think he's at to win. I think he's at to win 11. Like he's some record as a manager. He's there running Kilkenny for 24 years. It's an exceptional manager. Longest running Gaelic manager, I'd say, ever. I'm not sure now if it's ever, but he's some manager. But anyway, the match tomorrow. Now, Limerick are favourites in this match. I think they are slight favourites. But they're going for three in a row. And, three in a row is hard enough to do in hurling or do in any sport. I know Dublin doing six in the football. That's exceptional. But I'm going to chance Kilkenny tomorrow in this match. Now, I know they are slight underdogs, but I'm just going to go with Kilkenny because Kilkenny didn't win the All-Ireland since 2015. And like Kerry's 2014 with them, that's like nearly a century for them not winning it because they are used to winning it a lot of times. So I'm going to go for Kilkenny in that. So that's that one. Now I'm going to go on now to do a preview of the All Ireland football final, which has Kerry against Galway. As we know, Kerry barely beat Dublin by a point. Very tough match. Well, everyone sort of knew that. Like I went for Dublin because Dublin had the sort of hoodoo sign over Kerry recently, but Kerry won it anyway, and they were absolutely delighted. You see all the management, Jack O'Connor and all the selectors and everyone with him, all jumping all over the place. So they're over the moon after winning it. It was a massive match for them to win. So now they're in the final anyway, and they're coming up against Galway. And now Kerry, I think, is going to be, Kerry is going to be favourites for this. They're going to win. I think it's their 38th All Ireland. Galway, as I said in the preview when I was doing it, even though I went for Derry last week, I did say about Galway that every 20 years or whatever to come and to win All Irelands. It's 21 years ago now since the won it, and Pádraig Joyce was on the team, and he's the manager. And he has a good backup team with him, Cian O'Neill as well, you know. So I'm going to chance going with Galway to win the All Ireland football. Now, I actually went against Galway in their last two matches in the All Ireland quarter final and the All Ireland semi final. So I hope that doesn't put the hoodoo on them now that I'm going for them. But anyway, I'm going to chance Galway because they're after coming through two very, very hard matches against teams from the north. And while Pat Spillane says the north maybe not as good this year overall, but I don't know. They're very hard teams to beat in an All Ireland quarter final and semi final. Now, Derry last week, you know, they didn't really do themselves justice while the game was very, very tight up to half time. And Galway, you know, they're getting it very hard to figure out what to do. But they got them in, Pádraig Joyce got them in at half time. And the Reid sorted out the team. They put Comer up front, which I did say when I was talking about Kildare going defensive, that I think you need to put two players up front that you have an out ball to them. And it worked. It's worked for Galway in the second half. And when Galway got ahead, Derry had to come out. But I was a bit disappointed with Derry because they didn't put anyone in full forward and test out the Galway full back line. Now, Kerry and do that. They end up that way, though. But anyway, I'm going to go for Galway in that. So, Shinna will, thank you.